Okay, this is going to be a pretty rough and tumble video. I'm not paying much attention to quality on this, but we're going to open up this vintage phase pedal that did not work in my recent Temu pedals video. It doesn't do anything. I've got it plugged in right now, actually. And I have the power plugged in because somebody said, oh, maybe it takes the 400 milliamp instead of the 100 milliamp power supply, and it doesn't make a difference. I knew it wouldn't, but just to satisfy the peanut gallery, I plugged it into the 400. It doesn't, it's not the problem. So we're going to open it up, see what's going on. Well, if I can get it open. Key. So these are surface mount components in these pedals. We ascertained the last time we took one of them apart. The last one we took apart was, I think we took this one apart, the US Dream pedal. Okay. Here's this phaser pedal. All right, so I'm not an expert on phaser pedals, but to my understanding, the way phasers work is they basically have two signals. I mean, this is a very rough estimation of how they work. They have two amplified signal paths, and they vary one of them or both to kind of beat one against the other and shift them out of phase. And they can be shifted out of phase in a time pattern as well. But like I said, I'm not a phaser expert, but we'll just look and see if there's anything. Basically, we want to see if there's anything obviously disconnected or burned or something like that, or something that wasn't hooked up properly. My guess is one of the solders just is not making contact the way that it's supposed to. We'll see how close we can get with this camera and still see. This is a new camera to me, so we're going to have to kind of take it slow here. It looks like the first thing I notice is these are kind of cocked sideways, and it makes me wonder whether or not one of these legs, like that far leg, is that it right there? Is that far leg not connected? That's not, is it? Is it even soldered? It looks like there is solder present there, but there's no solder on the top of the hole, but it looks like there is solder on that bottom hole. Just in case, though, I'll fire up the iron here and touch it on there and see if that makes a difference. Let's see what else we can see. Might just go ahead and touch up for all of those connections there that I see. Maybe while we're at it, let's go ahead and separate these two boards and get these get this bottom one out of the way. There is a wire that connects the two to ground here. That's the only connection between the two that we really have to worry about other than these pins. So let's separate here. Maybe get the wider blade. That is socketed. Am I right in assuming that? That is socketed, right? That's a socket. It's got to be. Why isn't it coming apart? Huh. Okay. Well, it's not one to come apart, so rather than risk breaking the pedal to try to get those two boards apart, I'm just going to leave it. But I assumed that this was socketed, that those two would just separate. And it should. I mean, there's a seam there. That should just separate. But it's not. I don't know. This right here says variable resistor. So was there supposed to be? Is that a spot for another? That's probably a spot for another control on a different model right there. You could put a control in there. I wonder if those have to be jumpered though. And I wonder if that might be the problem, that those need to be jumpered. Well, there's a resistor, a fixed resistor right here, and it does look like it's connected. It's kind of hard to say, but it does look connected. So I don't think it's that. I'm guessing it's one of these transistors is not soldered onto the board. Probably that one that we are looking at there. It doesn't look like it has solder on it. And looks like it's cocked to the side. I really don't see anything else jumping out at me, but it's kind of it's hard to see, to be honest. My eyes aren't really what they used to be, and the lighting in this room is also, that leaves something to be desired. Let me turn some more lights on, hang on. Yeah, my lighting situation in this room definitely needs work. I've been eyeballing some of the big photography box lights for over this bench, so maybe in the future we'll upgrade and we'll get something that kind of floods a little bit better with less glare, less hot spots. Just feel around on these caps, make sure they're not loose. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just go with the theory that it's a problem with bad connection there. We'll just tap those connections. Starting with that one right there. Okay. Really flipping hard to see. Okay. Got those two. Let me just touch up the rest of these. That one looked like it didn't have very good solder either. Probably should just bust out the microscope with this because I'm probably just going to make a bigger mess doing it without it. Just call me lazy. I don't even want to mess with the microscope at the moment. Maybe if I have to, I will get it out in a second. It looks like I've got the connections that I could reach. So let's try it again. I wonder if they have the jacks reversed for some stupid reason. It's not. It's very unlikely, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably, that can't be it. I don't see that being the case. Nope. Nope. It does have some throughput signal, which tells me one of the signal paths is working fine. But without going through this and testing each one of these little resistors and capacitors down here, we're not going to find the problem. It could be any number of things in this, and we don't have any documentation or anything on this. And yeah, I don't even have so much as a schematic, let alone a layout. Well, that's doing something. It's definitely changing the phase of the whichever signal is making it out. There's working. Sort of. There it goes. So there's some little adjustment here. Not sure what this adjustment is for, but it's sweeping now. I wish this damn thing would stay up here. Stupid fucking shit. Let's stay up there. Bastard. Alright. Okay, so this normally would be a variable resistor to set the depth. This is like a little trimmer to help set the depth. That seems to be about the deepest I can get it, but let me experiment with that. Maybe I can get it a little deeper. Okay, well, that's it. Let's close it back up. It's fixed. That was easy enough.